This is Rudi Zygadlo for Inverted Audio. Very nice to be part of the Planet Mu family. Yes, you can sort of justify what you're doing instead of making music aimlessly or without a view to release it. So it gave me that impetus to keep going. So really, really important actually.
Hi, we're Tropics. I'm Chris, this is Morgan, and this is Keith. We're here with Inverted Audio for the Planet Mu night at XOYO. Yeah, we met at uni, me and Keith.
I put them on their first gig.
Yeah, our first local gig in Southampton. And then we got asked to play Glastonbury when it was just me and Keith. At that point, I was like, right, for Glastonbury, I want a drummer, I want to do a proper live show. So I asked Morgan, and yeah, it just worked really well, and just continued on from there.
Barry Boxcutter playing set as the host tonight. Basically, the host was a way of trying to unite some ideas I had from the technology that's around us, that's kind of shaping a lot of how we live and how we access and listen to music. So there's more meanings than that beside. It's just such a general phrase, you know. There's even the sense that when you're making music, there's a kind of possession or something going on where you're displaced from your ordinary state of mind, and your creativity kind of steps in, and so in a sense you're a host to that kind of muse.
The album's coming out on Planet Mu, yeah, September, which is quite a departure from the last album. I think it's slightly more cohesive and less sort of excited. I think I got quite a lot of sort of different things out of my system in the first album, and this one's slightly more unified, I guess.
Well, there's obviously the footwork influence on quite a few tracks. Like my initial draft of the album had maybe 4 footworky tracks, and Mike's main input was to put an extra 2 in that had been lying around in the archives, actually predating the Dissolve and stuff. So yeah, I have been listening to a lot of those guys, and I'm really interested and buzzing off loads of it. And I'm probably going to play like a mainly footwork themed set tonight. So my own take on it, like, so it's not going to, yeah, I'll be indulgent.
Well, tonight playing tunes that span the length of my career, all the way from 2010 to now, so it's quite a musical journey.
Well, tonight I'm going to be doing a lot of electronic, just little bits and vocals, and I'd like to do a lot of keys and Rhodes over the top. There's like quite a dominant bass guitar influence. We used to use a lot of sub bass, and but now I think it's trying to get it more organic, but also flow with quite an electronic feel to it.
I played about 3 weeks ago to about 5 people, so those London crowds are crazy.
Yeah, London's for a really long time. London has just been like Mecca basically as far as music goes. Like even like going way back into the 90s and stuff, just like you know, British music, like it was kind of partly out of contrariness, because where I was schooled and stuff, there was a lot of kind of bigotry and stuff against, you know, product and music and so on from Britain, like, and so out of a kind of teenage fuck you to all that, like, it was good to just really reinforce your love of it, like, you know, and just to jump into it. And I remember like the first wave of garage and stuff, and just been really interested and impressed with it all, and just staying with it, like, you know, loads of producers from here, like Fortet, you know, I've been following from his first 12-inch pretty much, like, giving away my age, and yeah, just like London's really just big scene, you know. It's where I got so much inspiration, and I've loads of love for the place, like, you know, although I don't know if I could live here.
Whenever I engage with people in the crowd, they just seem to be just sort of taking it in, and there's songs that are not necessarily there to make you move, but just to like sort of absorb the textures and sounds. And since the band's come in, it's just sort of helped the project evolve, and it's motivated me by having 2 guys in the live setup, but they also have a bit of creative input as well. It's sort of just captured with a very small moment of since I've been making music, and something that's evolved quite a lot, and it evolves rapidly, and I think I'd like to see, I think I'm still getting better and better, and I'd like to see where it goes.
What I find actually is the more I play instruments, even though it's just such a boring thing to be doing, just to be repeatedly playing over things and that, like, but ideas just spring from from making sounds. You know what I mean? It's like it's like that opens the door in a sense. Like, and then if you're paying attention to what you're doing, you'll just hit on things and can roll with that. So it's just trying to be around it as much as possible, you know, and that usually means just like sacrificing great swathes of your life.
This is my mother's, and underneath is a receding hairline that will eventually recede to nothing. And if I start wearing headscarves now, no one will notice when it's all gone.
So you're very much a trendsetter.
Well, I hope not. I don't want other people to do it.